In this video I will show you how to make a canvas for all color. Everything that I learned about making a canvas I learned myself by my own mistake. And first and most important ingredient for making canvas, it's a love. Understand that you are making this canvas to last forever, and you will paint something good for it, and it will last forever. We want to protect it from everything. But first, physical and most important ingredient is this is a rabbit skin glue. It's the most quality glue that you can use for your canvas. People call it gold glue because of its quality, and that is proven by paintings of old masters that are prepared with this glue, and that paintings that have 500-600 years. If you don't have a rabbit skin glue, you can use a beef bone glue. Beef bone glue is not good quality, but if you don't have anything, you can use it. Second ingredient is a stretcher bar. A wooden stretcher bars. You can use stretcher bars of any length. It depends on canvas that you want, smaller or big one. These are specifically made bars, wooden, for stretching a canvas. Every single bar must be made from 3 separate wooden boards that do not allow bending of wooden board, and it have a specific edge that you can assemble easier. Every single bar must have this specific edge that allow you and don't let a canvas to be glued on this bar. Third ingredient is chalk. This is a pure calcium carbonate. Fourth ingredient is nails. We will need small nails that do not rust. You will need the pliers too. This ingredient is one of the most important. It's linear canvas. You must find a thick linear canvas. If you don't have a linear canvas, you can use other like cotton and burlap, but I do not recommend using cotton because it do not have a quality of lina. Lina is proven by paintings, old paintings, and it's very strong. Also, you will need a keys or small triangle wedges. They are used to stretch your canvas a little bit to make a good tension. and in time your canvas in corner will lose attention and you make it right with these keys by hitting them with hammer. You will need a 1 liter of water. You will need a bowl to heat your water and your glue. It must be metal one. So pour a liter water in this bowl. Now you add your glue in your water and let it stay 15 minutes or half an hour, because it needs to absorb water. It'd be easier to heat it and dissolve it. You use 50 grams of glue. You use 50 grams on 1 liter of water. This is how your glue looks after half an hour, after it's absorbed water. Now you must heat it up on a stove or a fire, but you must not let water to boil. If water boils, you will need to start again. This is how a glue looks after it being dissolved. Touch it, feel it. If it feels sticky, then it means it's good. Now you must put it in fridge till it freeze. Now let's start to assemble our frame. Take your time and assemble it slowly. You may use a hammer to get it in place. You must be sure that it's on the right side. And that looks like this. From time to time it's important to measure your diagonals of your frame. If it's not the same length, you need to get it in order. Diagonals can be different by half a centimeter, and that looks like this. After your frame is assembled, you need to put your keys in corner and hammer it down, and that look like this. Now it's time to cut our linear for our canvas. To do that, you put your linear and on top of it our stretcher frame. But you must take care about threads in canvas. That must be horizontal and must line up with our stretcher's frame. And this is how our cutout canvas needs to look out. You need to leave us some space on sides. We need something to grab on when we are stretching our canvas. Now we need to stretch our canvas against wooden frame, and that is a hard work. First you need to find the middle, and that is done with 1 nails on each side. After you find a middle, you need to secure your corners on canvas, and then you put 3 nails on one side. After you've done that, you turn it around and do it for another side. Sometimes you pull your middle nails that you use to find your middle and stretch your canvas more, and then you put 3 nails more. Then you turn your canvas and put 3 nails on each side, and you repeat that for every side until there is no more space for nails. But you must take care about horizontal threads in canvas, and you must take care that they are lining up. That is very important. Threads in canvas must line up. That is the most important. From time to time, take your canvas in hands and look at its threads. It must line up. You must feel canvas. Take it in hand. Smell it, feel it, kiss it. You must feel the canvas. Every canvas is different. You must give it a soul. That is what is different before a canvas with soul and painting with soul and canvas without soul. Take it, feel it. It will turn up in something great. Maybe it will be a masterpiece. You must feel it. You must know your painting from start to finish. And this is why I love this, to make my own canvas. It's because now I look at it like now this is a young baby, and with time it will turn up to be a grown man. And you know it from beginning, and you look at it and you work on it, and you want to make it a perfect man. And that is what make different for soul painting and commercial paintings that are soulless. They are making that on track. They don't understand art and meaning of art and what is soul in painting. I will try to teach you that but we will see. And this is how the finished stretch canvas needs to look out. Very important thing for me personally, it's the threads need to line up. I don't know, am I crazy, but is it that important? But I don't know. For me, needs to line up. Anybody do not know that, I will know. And it will, in my eyes, it will not be a perfect, because beyond color will be a threads that do not line up. Once again, when you finish your canvas, take your canvas, feel it. Every canvas is different. Feel it. Give it a soul. Without that, it will not be a perfect painting. Now you need to have a sponge. This sponge we will use it for impregnation and preparation of canvas. This is how your glue looks after it's been cooled and jellied. Now we must impregnate our canvas. That is the first layer of protection and is the most important layer. We will take this piece of jellied glue and rub it on canvas. We will use our hand to rub it, and you must be careful to fill every hole. You cannot miss a spot. Take your time, easy. Fill every hole in canvas. Don't hurry. Feel your canvas. It will be great. You will paint something great on it. It will be masterpiece. People after 50, maybe 20 years will love it, will cap it, will appreciate it. We will use our sponge to remove a surplus of glue. After your canvas is impregnated, remove a surplus of glue and let it dry at least 1 day. It's been 1 day and our canvas is dried. First you need to heat up your glue and dissolve it. Now we must make a mix for another 3 layers of protection. For that we will need another bowl. In that we will pour 3 cups of chalk or pure calcium carbonate. Then we will pour 1 or 2 cups of glue and we will mix them good. After they are mixed, we will pour 1/18 linea oil. And we will mix them good. After they are mixed, we put another 4 or 3 cups of glue. So if you pour 3 cups of chalk, you need to pour 5 or 6 cups of glue. It depends on it. How you will know that is good and enough? It must be like a milk, and you need to mix them very good. After that, our preparation is ready to go on canvas. If you want for your canvas to be extra white, you can add Cinquise, or in my case you can mix turpentine and dissolve a white oil color in it. Or if you want to canvas to be in color, you can dissolve every oil color with turpentine and add it to mix. Now you take your canvas and your sponge and you apply your preparation on canvas. But before we start applying our layers of protection, we need to take a sandpaper and use it on our canvas gently. Now you take your sponge and apply preparation in one direction, left, right. After that is done, you need to put the canvas to dry. Our canvas is dried. Now we must apply another layer of protection, but first we must heat up our mixture of preparation. After you heat it up, remember, do not let it boil. If it boils, it will go bad. And you take your canvas and apply it in different direction than last time. After you apply it, you will let your canvas dry for a day. And next day you will apply another layer of protection. I use about 3 or 5 layers of protection. You'll use what you ever think that is good enough. And after that, and you need to let your canvas dry after that. Your canvas needs to be dried 4 or 5 days. Some people say that it needs to dry a year, but that is not true. After it's dry, you need to knock your nails till the end and take care about corners. You must do it like this to be even. And if you want to respect the whole procedure, about that. You do not knock your nails till you finish your painting, but I always knock my nails after canvas is dry. Thank you for watching, and do not forget what makes a great canvas and great painting, and that is love. And have a great day.